Now, when you
Good
say...
evening, Slater Nation, and welcome to Fairhaven Union High School. Tonight we have girls basketball action. The Slaters take on Rutland High School in what promises to be a really good defensive battle. I'm here with Joe Howard. Also joining us tonight is Lynn Stack to help us do the commentary. Joe, good evening. Lynn, welcome.
Jack, thank you very much. Looking forward to a good game tonight. Rutland's record 2-7, but playing an awful tough schedule. The Slaters come in at 5-2. This could be a battle. It will be a defensive battle. That much we know. It'll be who puts the points on the scoreboard tonight.
I think both coaches, I spoke with both coaches before the game, and they're both expecting that to be a battle.
Well, thanks for having me in tonight.
Great to have you here.
Yeah, and I'm just really excited about this game as well, and happy to be here, and hope I can contribute some information to everyone listening.
A great view from up here, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's the only place to watch a game here in Fairhaven. Lynn, a little bit about your history. You know a little bit about basketball.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I spent many years here, my 4 years here playing varsity basketball, and back a few years ago now.
A few years ago.
But then I spent some time over at St. Joe's playing some basketball there, and just really live a lot of basketball every day, listening to my brothers and my nephew. And
yeah, let's talk about the family connection. You're related to a few people sitting on that.
There's a
Slater
few Wilsons
bench
in the house on this fine evening.
Yeah, there are. And being my maiden name of Wilson, I'm one of the younger sisters of Jay. And so I'm just happy to be here and
I
love
think
the
to make
game.
that full Wilson circle complete, there's even a player on the Rutland side who is
Yeah.
your niece or your great niece, I do believe.
Would be my great niece.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Lola
yes,
Sparks, number 0.
going to be number 0.
Yeah.
Slaters come in after a scrappy game against Middlebury. Last time we were here, a nice 9-point win, but it went down to the wire. Middlebury played them tight. It was actually the Slaters' best shooting night for the season. Shot over 50%, and they're hoping they can do that again tonight. Coach Hutchins told me they're going to have to shoot the ball well tonight to be successful.
I didn't realize they shot over 50%, and Middlebury played them exceptionally well then.
So the starting lineups for tonight, Coach Wilson is going to send Maddie Perry, number 10, the senior, along with Kate Hadwin and Isabel Cole, the seniors. They're going to be joined by Victoria Kelly, and starting tonight is Riley Babby in place of Audrey Perry, who's not going to be here this evening. So a slight change in the lineup for Coach Wilson, but he's expecting to play a real tough game.
Audrey's out with an illness. We want to say hello to her.
Yeah.
And tell her get better, get back here pretty quick.
Right. And the starting lineup for Rutland tonight is number 2, Callie Brooker, number 4, Brinley Gannon, number 5, Alana Rooney, number 10, Lanza Belomo, and number 23, Emma Grimes.
Both coaches, talking with Coach Belomo, he's got that starting 5, but he's more than willing and does very often go 10 deep on his bench, even 11 sometimes. Has a good, steady, regular rotation with his kids. They have, like you said, Joe, they played a really tough schedule to start things out. They've been up in that Metro League. They beat Rice and South Burlington, but they've lost to folks like CVU, Mount Mansfield, lost twice to St. Johnsbury. A really brutal schedule, Coach Belomo says. They've played 10 games already. This is their 10th game, where others, Fairhaven is just at 8. He said it's kind of tough to be playing that schedule and not really have time to get some of his stuff on the floor because it feels like they're playing every other night. But he feels that they're coming along. He doesn't think that 2-7 record really reflects where they are and certainly what they're building because, again, they've been playing that really tough schedule.
It looks like all the girls are going to get to play for Rutland tonight because that's all there is on the roster, I think.
There you go.
11 girls.
Another full crowd here tonight at Fairhaven.
Yeah.
Fairhaven draws spectators, and with Rutland being so close, we're in for a loud gym, an exciting gym.
Another element of this game tonight is the friendship between Coach Wilson and Coach Nate Belomo. They're very good friends, very good buds. Both of them really want to win this game. And just to give you an idea how excited Kyle Wilson is about this game, he spoke about this game last week when I was talking to him pregame in the Middlebury game, and you coaches never talk about the next game, so that's how excited he is for this. And now, please, our national anthem.
Jack, before we get started here tonight, I'm going to, and Lynn, we're up here doing the broadcast. What a great thing to do for the community. But we wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for the guy behind us doing all this work, night in, night out with Walter Ripley, doing all of the technical stuff to get the broadcast out to our listeners. So, Walter, we thank you very much.
I was talking to Walt about that before the game, and he said that he'd like to get students more involved in that, whether it be college students from Castleton who are looking for some broadcasting things to put on their resume or what. But that would be a great thing for someone to be able to put on their resume. He's not necessarily looking to put it on his resume, but
he does a great job. Even when I yank the equipment off the shelf and spread it all over the floor, Walt's there with a smile on his face.
He has a tough job.
He does have a tough job, and I don't make it any easier. So thanks, Walt. Great job.
Thank you.
So it looks like it's going to be Alana Rooney to tip for Rutland, along with Tori Kelly. Tonight's officiating crew is Mike Lufkin, Bill McAuliffe, and Roger Stanley. That's Gandon with the ball for the Raiders. Left-handed sharpshooter gets it off to Callie Brooker, lets three fly, and just like that, 15 seconds in, it's 3-0 for the Rutland. Kate Hadwin brings it up, gets it to Maddie Perry. Spread in the floor, finds Isabel Cole. Kate Hadwin looks to drive the lane, dishes it off to Kelly on the block. Up and in, foul's called, basket counts. Foul's going to be on number 23. That's Emma Grimes. That'll be her first foul, team's first foul of the quarter.
Rutland came out man-to-man defense, which we expected.
My mistake. Apparently they called that on Callie Brooker, number 2, for that foul. Kelly can't make the free throw, so it's 3-2, and here comes Rutland. Gandon lays it off to Alana Rooney, who drives the lane. That's Lonza Belomo's a little bit long, rebounded by Kelly. Kelly gets it off to Maddie Perry, looking up the floor. Finds Riley Babby down by the block. Gets it out to Isabel Cole on the wing. To Hadwin to reset back at the top. Hadwin drives the lane. Kicks it back out to Maddie Perry. She too looks to drive the lane, and Hadwin reassesses from the top. Ball into Tori Kelly. Tipped, I believe, and then off Kelly's hands, it's going to go over to the Raiders.
Grimes did a nice job collapsing down on that play against Kelly.
Rutland has 2 big centers to play that, Grimes being one. Nice little pick and roll there, broken up by the Slaters. That's Gandon with a nice drive down the lane, puts up the right-hander to make it now 5-2, 6:35 left to go in the first period. Maddie Perry crosses over, gets it to Cole. Foul line extended. Gives it to Babby. Gathered in by Maddie Perry. She's going to reset from the top. Isabel Cole at the top of the three-point circle. Looking to get it to Kelly at the elbow. Cole kicks it to Babby in the corner. Around the circle it comes to Hadwin.
Very good defense.
Nice battle going on in there. Again, Grimes and Kelly. That battle down low is going to be happening all night. Going to call that foul.
They called that foul on Kelly?
They did. They called on backing in on that one.
Wow.
That's her first. Team's first. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first period. Gandon brings it up. Gets it to Callie Brooker. Good ball movement by Rutland, making the Slaters move that defense. Coach Belomo talked about his respect for the Slater defense, how sound they are, and he's looking to make them move their feet and really work hard on defense. Very athletic group Coach Belomo has. Brooker looks for that spot again, gives it off to Rooney.
Yeah, good
call an illegal screen there.
Yeah, good stretch of defense that time by the Slaters.
Very, very good defense for the Slaters.
Going to call Grimes with that foul. That'll be her first time for real this time. Team second. Hadwin inbounds to Maddie Perry, who walks up the floor for the Slaters. Gets it to Kelly out high. Here comes Hadwin looking to make that cut around. Wants to go up against Grimes. A little bit short. Grimes stepped out on that nicely, altered the shot. Here comes Gandon down the floor. I was watching the tape of Rutland versus St. Johnsbury. They were down at halftime, and they came out really fired up in the third quarter, and I think Brindley Gandon hit 6 3-point shots to get them back in the game. Nice drive by Belomo, gets her own rebound, scrapping for that rebound. Lonzo Belomo makes it 7-2 now for Rutland. 4:40 left to go in the first period.
Rutland's athletic. There's no question. They're getting down the floor quickly, and they're battling for loose balls.
Kate Hadwin's going to let one fly from three. That's going to be off the rim and out of bounds over to Rutland. Number 22, Liliana Blanchard's going to check in for Rutland.
Kerr will come in for the Slaters. Kerr most often gives them a lift off the bench. We'll see if it continues this evening.
Quinn Murphy also checks in for the Slaters. Here comes Rooney driving down the lane. Again, that rotation that Coach Belomo has, he's not afraid to go to his bench and put those kids in.
Man, that's good defense by number 3.
Isabel Cole reaches in there. Slaters are averaging just under 5 steals on a game. Isabel Cole lets one fly from just outside the three-point arc and can't get it to fall. And here again comes Gandon for Rutland. Gets it to Brooker. Hadwin steps around the pick. Nice little crossover, nice drive to the hoop. That's Lanza Belomo to make it now 9-2 for the Slaters. 3:35 left to go. Maddie Perry up the floor finds Quinn Murphy. Down into Kerr. Murphy thought about it, gets it to Maddie Perry. She gets that inside to Kerr. Kerr, little turnaround jumper off the glass, rebounded by Rooney. And here comes Gandon for Rutland.
Slater's looking a
Sets
little
her feet,
tentative.
lets that left-hander fly. Rattles out, and here comes Kate Hadwin for the Slaters looking to push. Gets it down to Kerr. Kerr steps to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Nice rebound by Blanchard. And again, here comes Gandon with 3 minutes to go. Rutland leads 9-2. Nice little double team trap, a little help defense there. Again, that good solid ball movement by the Raiders. Brooker finds Gandon out at the top above the circle. Rooney looks to drive it. Blanchard was cutting down the lane. Rooney couldn't quite get it there. Nice defense by the Slaters anticipating that cut. Gandon thought about the three-pointer, drives down the lane. Kate Hadwin's going to get a hand in on that one. That'll go off of Gandon to the Slaters. Number 0, Lola Sparks, checks in for Rutland, as does number 14. That's Amelia Marsh. Kelly checks back in for the Slaters. and Isabel Cole goes to the bench. Interesting, we haven't seen this lineup, I don't think, with Kerr and Kelly both on the floor at the same time. A little bit of a mix-up there. Rooney's jump shot won't go. Drives the baseline, kicks it back out to Blanchard. Gandon again with the lefty. Count that one. That'll make it now 12-2 for the Rutland. Just under 2 minutes, and Coach Wilson wants to talk this over with his team.
Yeah, not the start the Slaters were hoping for. I was going to say earlier, Fairhaven looks tentative on the offensive end. There's been a couple of times they had a good look at the three.
Yeah, they're playing really good defense, but they don't seem to be able to move the ball the way Rutland is, and making them work on defense.
Well, the Slaters go how Hadwin goes. There's no question if she's a catalyst of that club.
Leading scorer, broke the 100-point mark for the season the other night against Middlebury.
And she is all hustle, and so Rutland knows that. Rutland has done a pretty good job on her,
it down.
And we'll see if she can get off a little bit and distribute the ball and get some shots. Again, they had some open shots, they just didn't take them.
In addition to the two bigs that they have, Grimes and Blanchard, the rest of the team is they're tall and they're long, and Coach Belomo has them playing defense just like Coach Wilson. These two coaches both really emphasize defensive fundamentals, moving your feet, being in the right position. And so for the Slaters, they're playing good defense, but they haven't figured out the Rutland defense yet.
Right.
Maddie Perry's going to inbound it to Hadwin and then bring it up the floor. Slaters down by 10. Gets it to Quinn Murphy. Top of the arc. Thought about it. Can't get the shot off. Hadwin gets it inside to Kelly. Kelly, nice drive by Kerr to the basket.
Nice.
Count that one. Nice little combination play there. Makes it now 12-4. 1:30 left to go in the first period. Excuse me.
Nice to get something off of that timeout for Fairhaven.
Nice.
And again, we haven't seen Kelly and Kerr on the floor at the same time. Interesting to see how that combination is going to work. Worked very nicely there.
That was good defense.
Gandon again lets that lefty fly from outside the arc. Hits the front of the iron, rebounded by Quinn Murphy, and here comes Kate Hadwin. Finds Kerr. Kerr gets it down inside to Kelly. I think that might have been blocked from behind by Rooney.
Ooh.
Foul's going to be called. That's going to go on number 14. That's Amelia Marsh. Riley Babby, Isabel Cole check back in. Kerr and Murphy go to the bench.
Said that was on the floor, so they won't shoot two.
Maddie Perry looks to inbound under the basket. Just over a minute to go in the first period here. There's that cut around to the block. Hadwin not able to get the shot. Nice drive and kick out to Cole. Cole looks to drive in. Nice little spin move, can't get the layup to go. Rebounded by Blanchard. And here comes Brindley Gandon for Rutland. Gets it off to Lola Sparks, lets the three fly. Coach Jay Wilson was hoping he wasn't going to see much of that. 15-4 now as it comes down to 30 seconds left to go in the first period. Babby takes the pick from Hadwin, gets it to Cole. Cole's looking to drive the lane. Stop, pops a little jump shot off the front of the iron, rebounded by Marsh. And here again comes Gandon for Rutland with 14 seconds left to go in the first. Rutland up by 11, 15-4. Gets that to Sparks. Sparks back to Belomo. Gandon's going to let that left-hander fly anywhere. If she's in the gym, she's in range. That one's going to make it 18-4 as we come to the end of the first period. Slater's working hard on defense, but the Rutland showing a lot of offense there.
Yeah, and they're so patient.
Great movement of the ball, yep.
Yep.
Making the Slaters work hard. And again, Slater's yet to figure out that defense. The last time down the floor, they had that nice little into Kelly and out to Kerr and then the drive of the baseline. Hopefully we can see more of that. Coach Wilson's hoping so.
Well,
what do you got for scoring, Joe?
Well, for the scoring, it's easy for the Slaters. Kelly had 2 and Kerr had 2 for a total of 4. You'll note that Perry, Hadwin, Babby, and Cole haven't scored yet. The start for the starters for Fairhaven. For Rutland, Brooker with 2. Gandon had 5. Belomo 7. A good effort by her. And the 3 from Sparks late in the first period. 18-4 to score at the end of one. Rutland, all Rutland. And so Fairhaven's a good club. They'll get some looks. They'll get some shots. I think the Cole girl can go to the hoop a little bit more than she did that first period. When she went twice, she got to the hoop, just missed the shot. I think Kyle Wilson will recognize that. He'll work on that this second period. And they got to loosen up. They got to get something going underneath so they can loosen up that three-point shot by his starters. Right. Fairhaven will get it started. Period number 2. They trail by 14. Babby the basketball, whistle foul. Babby was going to go to the hoop, but
foul's going to be on number 15, Ellie Whalen for Rutland. Coach Palomo has Brooker, Whalen, Lonzo Palomo, Grimes, and Lola Sparks. And just like that, there's 3 from Isabel Cole.
Nice look. Rutland will see if they can answer. They'll bring it down. Perry will pick the ball up defensively. It'll go out top to Whalen. Whalen, center of the floor. They reverse the basketball. Whalen gets it right back. Cole will pick her up. Brooker with it. Brooker will be picked up by Hadwin. Brooker in the land of the bigs. Goes underneath, going to lose it. And then a whistle, a foul. Whalen with the push right underneath us. Her first, team second here.
The student section's in good voice this evening. Looks to be jersey night perhaps tonight. I'm seeing a bunch of Celtics jerseys, some Slater jerseys.
A lot of fun, that section over there. Okay, 18-7. Rutland the lead. The Slaters the ball. Perry will come right side. Picked up, brings the ball center of the floor. Gives it to Babby. Babby will work against the man defense. It'll go back to Maddie Perry. Looking to get Hadwin going here. Perry gets it. Got to go to the hoop. Gives it back to Cole. Now Hadwin gets it. Hadwin's got to drive. Nice look to Kelly, but she misses the ball. It'll go wide left. And Rutland will bring it down. Brooker.
That inside out looks like it might work for, Kelly to Kerr earlier. That was a nice drive by Hadwin. Kelly wasn't able to finish it at that point.
Sparks went to the hoop for Rutland. The ball goes off the back of the rim. It's loose. The 50-50 ball will stay on this end for Rutland.
Possession arrows going to give that ball to Rutland.
Okay, the inbounds pass. Grimes called the play. We'll see if she gets it. No, it's going to go back up top. It'll be Ganwin. His shot on the way, no good. This time to clear by Kelly. Fairhaven looking to push. They had Murphy running the lane. She's going to put the shot up. No, but Kelly will clean it up, and good, in a foul.
Nice drive by Quinn Murphy. Couldn't get the left-hander to go. Tori Kelly on the spot with the rebound.
Yeah, they kind of had the ball moving pretty quickly there, and the Rutland team wasn't able to get back in time.
Kelly's shot from the line, no good. Loose ball cleared by Rutland. Ganwin with it now. She'll work in the backcourt. Give it up to Rooney. Rooney killed the dribble. They have to go underneath. Nice give and go. A whistle, a foul. Cole will be the foul will be called on. It'll be a 2-shot shooting foul.
Izzy found herself behind Rooney on that one as he was driving to the basket.
2 minutes gone, period number 2, 18-9. The Slaters trail Rutland.
Rooney wasn't happy with that effort, but she's got to be happy with the result. Used the whole rim to get that one to go. Probably happier with that Swiss shot, 20-9 now for Rutland.
Okay, we'll see if Fairhaven can continue to get a little spark offensively. Cole gets it. Cole's going to drive to the hoop. There's Kelly. Out top to Murphy. Her 3 blocked away, but picked up by herself. And a whistle, a foul. Belomo, I believe. No, I think it's going to go on.
Going to call that on Gandon.
Again, her first, team's fourth. So with one more foul, Fairhaven will be at the line to shoot 2 with each foul after that. Hadwin the basketball, the trigger from the near sidelines. It'll come out to Perry. 20-9. Rutland with the lead. Perry with it, center of the floor. They reverse it. She's got a lane to the hoop. Gives it up to Kelly, but Kelly didn't handle the pass. It'll be cleared away by Rutland.
Nice drive by Maddie Perry. The pass was kind of at Kelly's feet. Made it hard for her to gather that one in. Grimes for 2.
2-point shot for Grimes.
Had to kind of peer through the backboard on that one.
Okay, again into Kelly. Kelly puts the ball up. Might have got knocked out of the lane there. No call. It'll go back. The rebound to Rutland. Gandon with it. Gandon, loose ball. 50-50 ball. Rutland again will control.
They are quick.
Gonna be.
Well, that's going to be number 2.
Yeah, tough. Cole picks up her second in the first half here. Kerr will check in. Kelly will take a rest. 4:55 to go, period 2.
Liliana Blanchard checks in for Grimes for the Rutland.
Lomo the basketball for Rutland. Looks to go underneath to Blanchard. Oh, or to, Blanchard, I'm sorry.
Caught that ball awkwardly and then shuffled her feet after she came down with it.
Fairhaven needs to get it to 10 by halftime, Jack. There's to feel good about this. They got half the period to do it. Hadwin with it. Hadwin the driver is up long off the rim. Murphy will run it down. Pick set by Kerr. Murphy underneath the Hadwin. Her shot up. No good still. Kerr with it. A loose ball, jump ball, possession. Fairhaven.
Fairhaven, yeah.
Reminds me, being down 22-9 here reminds me talking with Coach Wilson early in the season about that comeback they had in Barrie last year, where you just take it a bite at a time. Kerr with the little jump shot from inside the lane, can't get that to fall.
Fairhaven having a tough time when the shots are getting looks. They're just not getting the score.
Nice little move to the hoop there by Belomo. Two-hand block by Isabel Cole.
That's good defense right there.
Slater's averaging, like I say, about 5 steals a game. Nice job, Maddie Perry, getting her hands in there. Isabel Cole's going to go to the bench. Tori Kelly checks back in.
Halfway through period number 2, 22-9, Rutland. Perry center of the floor, picked up out top by Brooker. Kerr comes out to help, lost the dribble, gives it back to Perry. She'll set the pick. Perry wants to go to the hoop, gives it back out to Kerr, underneath to Kelly. Kelly in traffic, nice up
move.
and under
Little
move.
up and under.
Gets the shot off, it won't foul, it won't go, but she'll go to the foul line, she'll shoot a pair.
Got Blanchard to leave her feet on that up fake, and then Blanchard tried to recover, called for the foul. That's her first.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go inside a little more.
First one's on its way. Makes it 22-10 now for Rutland. Brooker and Belomo go to the bench. Whalen and Marsh check back in.
Yeah. She's got a nice touch from the free throw line.
That cuts the score in half, 22-11. Gandon the basketball. Belomo gets it. Back it'll go to Gandon. Marsh will get her hands on it. And now Blanchard. Fairhaven pushes them back. Rutland's tight, yeah. Coach didn't like the offensive set there. The spacing was not good, Jack, and it's just a good timeout.
So both of these coaches are very experienced coaches. Even though they're both young men, they're both very experienced coaches, very smart coaches. It's knowing both of them as they do, it's fun to watch them because they really do like to compete against each other. They spend a lot of time in the off season, their teams working together. It's a really great relationship. Coach Wilson talked about this is their rival. And again, I said he was very excited about this game, even thinking about it last
It
week.
doesn't matter the record with these two clubs. When they get together, they want to win.
And that's the way it was when we were in school too, Jack. We always had rivals with Rutland.
It used to be a big deal for Fairhaven to beat Rutland, but the last 10 or so years,
Yeah.
much more competitive, both on the boys' side and the girls' side. So it's fun to see. And I think we'll get a good game out of here tonight before we leave here. Okay, we're back underway after the timeout. 3:18 to go here, period number 2. 22-11. Rutland the lead and the ball. Sparks with it, goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Fairhaven. So a rare turnover by the Rutland club. We'll give the ball back to Fairhaven. Got to get Hadwin off the block here. She's yet to score.
Yep.
Fairhaven's leading scorer for the season. Hadwin will get it right side. Kelly sets the pick. Hadwin thought about the three, now goes back to Kelly. Kelly has to reload. Wanted to go inside the curve. She needs help. She lost the dribble. Kerr comes over to help out. Kerr on the near sidelines. Back it'll go to Kelly. Now Maddie Perry will get her hands on it. They'll start over. Perry center of the floor. Kelly way out top.
Yeah, they're really playing her tight tonight.
Interesting how they had no one down low on that set. They had both Kerr and Kelly out at the elbow on either side of the lane.
Rutland now. Sparks the basketball. Johnson had it. Looking. Sparks will get it back. Right side, near sidelines. It'll go to Rooney. Rooney's drive is up, no good. Loose ball out of bounds. I think it went off Murphy. Rutland will control.
Isabel Cole's going to check back in. Oriana Kerr goes to the bench for the Slaters.
Rutland in possession. They'll bring it in. Sparks with it. Nice play. Shot put up, no good by Gandon. Ball goes out of bounds. No, a foul. The foul's going to be on Rooney. That's the 6th team foul.
That'll send Isabel Cole to the line for 2.
Rooney's second foul. So 2:03 to go, period number 2. So from here on out, Fairhaven will shoot 2 from the line.
Round and around she goes, and good for Isabel Cole.
It didn't want to go, but it ended up going. That was great.
Coach Belomo changes his whole squad with substitutions.
He has that luxury, and boy, that makes a difference too.
He talked about how each of the, he's 10 deep, and all of them add different things.
Yeah.
Each of them brings their own. He said at some point I might need to settle and narrow that down a little bit, but right now they're still in the process of figuring out who's contributing, and they're all contributing at this point.
The lead is down to 9. Rutland with the ball in the lead, but Fairhaven wanted to get it under 10 before half and see if we can hold it there. The basketball, Grimes will set the pick. Grimes got the basketball off to Whalen. Whalen with the drive. She is fouled by Kelly. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Kelly's second foul, Fairhaven's 3rd team foul. Whalen shot off the back of the rim.
It's nice. Slaters are scrambling to get this back in. Like you said, get it below 10. Make it a manageable deficit.
Hadwin and Perry for the Slaters. They'll set things up. Perry lost the dribble, gives it to Cole. Cole's looking for some help out top. She's got a drive. She'll give it off to Babby. Babby underneath the hoop. Wanted to go to Kelly, loses the ball. Rutland to steal, the turnover by the Slaters at the minute 19 mark. Period number 2. Whalen Belomo strong to the hoop. Lost it out of bounds.
Nice drive to the hoop, lost the handle on the way down. Brynley Gannon is going to check back in for Rutland. Lola Sparks, just a freshman, goes to the bench.
We're at the minute mark, a 10-point Rutland lead. Perry and Kelly. Kelly out top. The fake by Hadwin. Hadwin goes to the hoop, up and good.
All right. There's her first 2 points.
See if we can get some things going now on the Slater offensive side. Makes it
48 seconds in the period. Rutland the basketball. They reverse it, bring it center of the floor. Brooker's got away from everybody, goes to the hoop, up and good.
That was a sweet
nice
move.
Missed defensive assignment there by the Slaters. 32 seconds to go in the period. Perry the basketball. Babby with it. Babby is cut off to the hoop, brings it back out top. It'll go to Kelly. Kelly has to give it to Perry with 20 seconds. Maddie Perry, right side to Babby. Out it'll go to Cole. Her three on the way, good.
that one's going to help too. 12 seconds left to go in the period. Coach Kyle Wilson wants to call a timeout. Sends Kerr and Quinn Murphy in.
Yeah, he's gonna get some players with two fouls off the floor, I believe, for this last 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
He really utilizes this time well. The end of the period, consistently at the end of the half, really the quarters. He's coaching this up. He's getting ready for these situations, preparing for things down the road. Nice piece of coaching.
Big bucket by Hadwin. She worked for it, but she got it. And she'll gain some confidence here coming out in the second half and be anxious to see the adjustments that Kyle makes during halftime. My favorite part of any basketball game is the third period, the first 4 minutes of the third period, where the coaches have gone in, made some adjustments, talked about it, and see if they can come out and execute it and see where it ends up. Okay,
It'll be Quinn Murphy, Babby, Kerr, Hadwin, and Maddie Perry for the Slaters.
With 12 seconds, Brooker will get it in. She'll get it across the timeline with 9. Babby picks her up.
Oh.
She lost the dribble. Hadwin gets the steal with 4 seconds.
Oh.
Big play.
That's what Coach was looking for. Coach
Okay.
Wilson's very happy with that. Nice little trap there. Extended the defense out to midcourt. Put the pressure on the ball.
Big play. Now Hadwin at the line. She'll load up the first. It's up and good.
Cuts the lead down to 6 now for the Slaters.
Rutland should still have a chance to get a look at something. Hadwin gets them both with 3 seconds. Rutland will get it in. Pressure, full pressure by Fairhaven, and they're not going to get a shot.
That's not going to count. Nope. So they were down but not out. Certainly have scrambled hard to get themselves back in the ball game. Coach Jay Wilson patting folks on the head, patting them on the shoulder, happy with the effort to get themselves back to within just 5. Great effort by the Slaters. But still they expect another tough half to come from Rutland. I saw them play. I was watching a video of them play against St. Johnsbury. They went into halftime down by 9. They came out of the half, and Gandon hit, I think, 6 threes to bring them right back. They were able to take the lead momentarily, but as that happens, a lot of times you see that happen, Wills. The team makes that rally to get back, and then they just couldn't sustain that.
Yeah, well, hopefully Fairhaven can do the same thing this third quarter and get us back on top of things.
Rutland had 7 players in the scorebook in the first half, so they distributed the scoring pretty well.
Yeah.
Brooker had 5, and Gandon had 5. Rooney had 2, Belomo 7, Grimes with 2, Sparks with a 3, and Whalen with 1. For the Slaters, only 4 players scoring. Hadwin late in the second period gets 4 points. Cole with 8, a good, all 8 in the second period. 6 points by Kelly and 2 for Kerr. 25-20 the score.
2 big baskets from the Slater at the end of that half. The one by Hadwin with the running little layup, and then Izzy Cole hitting that 3-pointer to get things going. Hopefully that'll get things going. So we're joined this evening here at halftime. Asa Young is a senior here at Fairhaven Union High School. We wanted to talk to some students and see how things are going there. I'm constantly amazed, Asa, by the student section and how involved they are, how energetic they are. Tonight is Jersey night, obviously.
Yep.
Thanks for coming up and joining us, Asa.
Yeah, no problem.
Talk a little bit about you and your senior year. How's things going?
Well, yeah. So it's been a few hiccups, but for the most part. Pretty darn good.
Yep.
Yeah, classes are going well.
I know your fall season, your soccer season, didn't exactly end the way you were hoping it would end.
No, not exactly, yeah.
Kind of, if I may use the word, I won't say gruesome, but
Oh, no, it was
rather,
gruesome.
rather
Yes,
serious
it was
injury
gruesome.
in the soccer game. Ended up, you actually hit the young man's shoulder, I believe.
Yes, I came down on the young man's shoulder, yes.
Yeah, and had significant injury to your face and your mouth. And
Yep.
but you stuck with the team. I saw later on you were there as part of that team. You stuck with them, leading that group. Talk a little bit about that soccer group and how they did. It's a young group.
Oh, it's a young group. It's full of talent too. You know, in the off season, Summit FC is the club around here in Rutland, and there was lots of participation in all the underclassmen, and it really showed. And yeah, we had a very heavy sophomore load on our roster, and it's going to be an amazing team coming up. And yeah, they showed they were worthy of that spot.
Carried deep into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, semifinals, first time in 27 years is what my coach came up with.
Awesome. And a great game up there, a team that was a very good team and stuck with them and hung with them well.
Yes.
I'm sure that you felt you were missed by the squad, and it was too bad that you weren't part of that, but your leadership was part of that. So congratulations to you on that nice run.
Thank you.
By the soccer team. You're welcome. Winter track, how's things going indoor?
Really well. Yeah, we're having solid times, good participation and everything. The meets have been going pretty smoothly. We've had recently, this past weekend, our coach brought us down a few guys that made it to the Armory, which is where a lot of pro athletes run. That was a really great experience. Like, went to great lengths to get us there, and it was amazing. And states are coming up, and I think we're ready. You know.
What events do you do personally?
I do a little bit of everything. It's really fun to try everything, but mainly, I would say, middle distance, like 800, 1,000. Tried the 600 this year, turned out okay, but so middle distance.
Track meets are a long day. The more things you can find to do, the faster your day is going to go. I feel sorry for those 100, 200 guys who do the first event of the day and the last event of the day. And
I know. I always tell the throwers, like, you could run. Like, there's no cap. We can put you in and you can have some fun. Like, instead they just sit around all day and they're complaining about being bored. But yeah, there's so many things to do at a track meet.
I remember a few years ago there was a young man here named Joe Bion, who actually was a state champion in the shot put, I believe, who also ran one of the anchor legs on one of the relays because he was that good an athlete. At about 240, he ran one of the anchor legs.
Yeah.
So there's always fun things to do at a track meet.
Oh, absolutely. It's fun to try everything. That's been my goal this senior year, is to just try as many things as possible before moving on.
Excellent.
Hey, sir, are there any other Slaters we should be looking to do well at states this year?
We have Caden Lynch is, I think, second in weight throw for St. Johnsbury this weekend, so he is looking very strong.
Yeah.
And Brady Nicholson is in the top 6 in shot put, I think, so he's going to hopefully get points. And
Mr. Ramey spoke of Amelia Munger, I believe is her
yes,
name?
Amelia is champion last year, hopefully looking to repeat. She's looking strong also, yes.
And then in that weight throw competition.
Mm-hmm.
How are the numbers? How's the participation numbers for the indoor track?
I'm not really sure about the women's, but the men's indoor track, a lot of freshmen came out, and I was surprised. We had good underclassmen coming up, and then returning group. So,
Awesome.
but we've heard a lot of interest in outdoor this year, which is really I really enjoy, because it's so cool going to a New York meet with thousands of athletes and events and tons of judges and like food and everything. Track meets, there's so much going on. You can't be bored.
Yeah.
And outdoors a little bit better because you don't have to just run the hallways.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You
yeah,
spoke of going to the Armory, and that's a little bit different than running in the hallways here in Fairhaven
Yes,
Union
the
High School.
hallways. Yeah, but we appreciate the chance to run in the hallways, because some schools don't allow athletes to run in the hallways. So We appreciate the
That's
teachers
interesting.
putting up with us flying around the corners.
Yes, you have to make sure you listen well to hear if anybody's coming.
Yep.
And I've always had great respect for the track athletes because that's a lot of 5:30 Saturday mornings in February.
Oh, absolutely. It's
where you're getting on the
definitely-
bus and
yeah.
traveling. Talk
Def-
about that a little bit. Some of the places you've been, some of the venues where you've been competing.
So mostly in indoor, it's UVM and sometimes Norwich, but also because states is so early, throwing states this weekend and running states following weekend. We'll usually go to some New York invitationals like Utica. Sometimes athletes get invited to Dartmouth, but outdoor, oh boy, you go everywhere. We go to Schuylerville. We go to Essex. The state meet there is held at I think South Burlington or whichever school is being rebuilt. But
Yep.
So yeah, you go north, south, east, west. You go
Awesome.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So they're having some fun with the half-court shot this evening. Talk a little bit, please, if you would, about the student section. It's fun to watch all the different themes and things like that. Tell me how that came together.
So we have some students that run a Instagram page, which kind of tells about some of the upcoming games and themes, and they get together at the beginning of the season. They compile some good ideas for people that are easy to participate, and will show some school spirit, and it gets sent out to the kids, and it's really fun to just everybody dresses up, and it's great to look like to have that school spirit and look like a unit.
And great participation. The numbers in the corner there,
absolutely.
having a great time.
Yeah, this is a very solid year. Sometimes you'll have barely any people, but this year I haven't been in part of a student section that's been weak in numbers. So.
And it's the girls' games, it's the boys' games.
Yeah,
it's,
absolutely.
People turn out.
It's really fun, and it's great to support our friends and students.
Excellent.
It's awesome.
So what are your thoughts for the future? I know his senior year, everybody asks you that question. You hate answering that question.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah. I've wanted to be a mechanical engineer for a long time, so just hearing back now from a few schools, but I've not decided yet. So
Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That's a tough time. I can remember that being a really difficult time way back when.
I think I've got
That's
some.
stressful.
I've got some decisions at home on my computer that are waiting to be looked at. Fingers crossed.
Well, good luck to you.
Good luck,
Thanks again for
Asa.
coming up and joining us. I asked Mr. Ramey for a couple of students that would represent well, and you certainly have done that. So thank you very much for joining us.
Nice,
Go have
thank
some
you.
fun down there in the corner.
Yeah, I will. It's very fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Asa.
Might lose
That's
my
Asa.
voice though.
That's all right.
Okay.
That was Asa Young, senior here at Fairhaven Union High School. Excellent job, Asa. Thanks again. Well, the half court went so long, I don't think folks really got much of a chance to warm up and shoot before.
Zero.
Exactly.
Zero chance.
So we're 5-point game. Slaters were able to get that back to 5 points, 25-20 as we start the third period. Rutland's going to send Brooker, Gandon, Rooney, Lanza Balomo, and Emma Grimes, same starting five. As for the Slaters, Kate Hadwin, Isabel Cole, Maddie Perry, Tori Kelly, and Riley Babby. And here's the Raiders moving the ball, trying to get the Slaters to move their feet on defense, looking for those openings. They sometimes will play a little high-low with Grimes up by the elbow. Brooker tries to drive the lane. Babby gets her hand in there nicely, taken away by Hadwin. She's going to push up the floor for the Slaters, gets it to Maddie Perry. Off to Babby, gives it to Isabel Cole. Maddie Perry's going to reset at the top of the arc. Gets it to Babby, nice little drive to the lane. She's going to be called for a travel on there, a little indecisive. Nice drive. Wasn't quite sure she was looking to kick it to the corner.
If I'm the Slaters, I'm feeling okay with Perry not scoring yet, Hadwin only getting 4 points, and only being down by 5 at the beginning of the third period.
Yeah, the way they were looking a little disoriented a little bit. The nice little running layup there by Rooney makes it 27-20. 6:45 to go in the third period. Maddie Perry brings it up, gets a screen from Babby. Gets it down and low on the block to Cole. Gets it to Kelly. Off the back iron, won't go. Rebounded by Grimes. Here comes Callie Brooker for Rutland. Hands it off to Bellomo. A little bit of bobble there. Just moving the ball, not really. Little defensive lapse there.
I thought there was
Bellomo.
a whistle, but everybody seemed to have stopped, but it wasn't a whistle.
Lonzo Bellomo got the step on Babby and made a nice drive to the hoop. She's done that a few times tonight. That's going to be tipped by Gandon and goes out of bounds to the Slaters. Making sure they're awake there in the student section.
2 minutes gone in the third period. Fairhaven's got to get something to the hoop here.
Oh.
That's going to be through Babby's hands and out of bounds. That'll go over to Rutland.
We have
Again,
to have a stop here, Jack.
They need to get a stop, Wills, like you say, and then turn that into points on this end. Yeah, it's they did a nice run to get back into it at the end of the quarter, at the end of the half, but they don't want to let that slip away again here. Nice drive to the baseline. Nice drive by Bellomo. That hits the front iron, kicks it out to Grimes. That's going to be an air ball. That's going to be tipped. Nice save by Bellomo. Now she's standing wide open on the block and lays it in for two. Makes it now 31 to Slaters, and they're,
Rutland
31 to 20.
Every 50-50 ball Rutland's getting.
Isabel Cole lets that one fly long. Rebounded by Gandon. She pushes up the floor. Kicks it off to Bellomo. There's that step to the hoop again. Makes it 33 to 20. Coach Wilson needs to take the full time to talk this over with his team.
Wow, the 5-point lead now goes to 13 for Rutland.
Yeah, like you were saying, Joe, like Rutland's getting to the ball just a half a step sooner than Fairhaven is tonight.
And they're making them pay on defense. They're getting those first steps on the drives, and the Slaters are half a step behind getting that position.
Yep.
Good second period for Fairhaven to get back, climb back into within 5, but boy, it ballooned to 13 in a hurry.
And I think part of this might be, Coach Bellomo and I talked about it. They've been playing that Metro Conference. They've been playing those big teams, CVU, Mount Mansfield, St. Johnsbury twice. That prepared them for a different level of competition. Not to say that the Slaters haven't been playing a soft schedule, because they certainly haven't. And the Slaters are a talented ball club. But they've got to find some things to go their way to get back in this.
First horn, so we'll wait for the two clubs to join us back on the floor. Rutland will come out first.
So as you said, Joe, that 5-point deficit all of a sudden is 13 points. Slater's going to look to scrap back in again. Perry, Hadwin, Kelly, Quinn Murphy now in for the Slaters, along with Isabel Cole. Brooker, Bellomo, Grimes, Gandon, and Rooney, same 5 still for Rutland. Gets it to Maddie Perry. Drives around to the top of the arc. Gets it to Hadwin. She's looking to go to the basket. Lays that up. That's going to go off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Gandon. She's going to push now for Rutland. Met by Maddie Perry. Nice defense by Maddie Perry. Nice movement of the feet. Tips the ball. Scramble on the floor. Bellomo and Isabel Cole tie that one up. That's possession arrow is going to go to Fairhaven. So 4:49 left to go in the third period. Slater's looking to cut into this 13-point deficit. Maddie Perry to Murphy. Murphy looking to get it down low. Can't find Hadwin cutting on the baseline. Gets it to Maddie Perry. She's going to drive the baseline.
Spacing is not great for the Slaters in the third period here. They're going to lose it out of bounds as well for the turnover.
I mentioned it earlier. Not only is Rutland athletic, but they're long arms, long legs, and that in that case, that spacing gets even more important. Rooney gives it to Bellomo. Bellomo to Brooker. Brooker again gets that step around the corner. Grimes to Brooker. Foul line extended. Looks to drive in. Gets it to Bellomo. Bellomo's going to keep it. Gives it to Rooney. Drive through the lane. Kate Hadwin's going to get a hand on that one. Tip it away. Scooped up by Maddie Perry. Pushed for the Slaters. Hadwin's going to let one fly. That's off the back iron.
Wow.
High rebound. Pulled down by Rooney, who gets it to Gandon, and here comes Rutland. 33-20, 3:45 left to go, third period. Been clean so far, no fouls in this period. Brooker to Belomo. Gandon gives it a look. Maddie Perry's on her again, getting the hand on the ball.
That's good
Nice job
defense.
keeping her dribble there.
Yeah, good effort by Perry defensively. Rutland wants a 30-second timeout.
We'll have to look at that stat sheet by Coach Wilson there, but see how much the Rutland team is out rebounding Fairhaven tonight.
I think that size advantage, and not only with the two big centers, but also just this overall size advantage. Tip ball there by Maddie Perry. She leads the team in steals. Just solid. Again, the Slaters are playing solid defense. Rutland shooting the ball well. Slaters having a tough time finding the baskets, even though they're getting some opportunities.
I'd like to see us get it back to 5 at the end of this quarter.
They're going to have to score here. They're going to have
Yeah.
to go
Not to be
there.
flippant, but it's nice to see the Slaters get off that 20. They've been on that 20 since
Yes.
the last 30 seconds of the first half. Belomo inbounds it to Gandon. Gandon to Brooker. Brooker now, Blanchard's in now at the elbow. Taken away by Maddie Perry. Gets it up to Kerr, now in for the Slaters. That cross-court pass is intercepted by Gandon. Kind of too long a pass in that scenario. Gandon's a good athlete. Brooker plays trade-off with Belomo. Gives it to Gandon, thought about the three. Rooney gets the screen. Here's Blanchard cutting down the lane. It's cut off nicely by Cole. That one's going to be an air ball from Gandon out of bounds. So still at 33-20, 2:51 left to go in the third period.
5 minutes in this third period gone, Jack. Fairhaven yet to score.
Lola Sparks checks in for Rutland. Gandon goes to the bench. Here comes Maddie Perry for the Slaters. Gets it to Murphy. Murphy hands off to Isabel Cole. Gets it to Hadwin. Defended by Belomo. Nice little crossover. Nice little poke in reach by Belomo. Tips the ball away out of bounds. Slaters will keep possession.
The defensive focus from Rutland has been on taking Hadwin off of going to the hoop and done a nice job with it.
Coach Wilson talked about that. He knew that they were going to play tough defense. He said they're going to be in our face all night long. Slaters really needed to take care of the ball. There's another pass. Tried at a cross-court pass. That's picked off by Rooney. Drives to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Marsh gets it to Brooker. Brooker hands off to Rooney. Dribbles around to the top of the arc. Gets it again to Brooker, looking to drive the lane. Cut off by Hadwin. Lola Sparks gets a screen from Blanchard at the elbow. Rooney finds Blanchard. That's knocked away by Isabel Cole. Chased down by Sparks. Here comes Amelia Marsh down the lane. She's going to lose possession. That's going to go off her leg and out of bounds to the Slaters. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the third period. Slaters have yet to score. Down 13, 33-20. Here comes Maddie Perry. Quinn Murphy's going to let one fly. That's no good. Rebounded by Gandon.
She had to shoot that. It was
She
open.
did.
Had
Yep.
to shoot it.
Rooney now crosses over. Nice footwork by Kerr. Rooney again drives across the lane. Nice little layup shot.
Very nice.
Little half hook. Makes it now 35-20. 1:25 left to go in the first period. Hadwin looking to take things in her own hands. Drives down the lane. That's going to be called on number 4, I believe. That's Gandon.
First team foul. First foul of the third period by either club.
Ellie Whalen checks in. Rooney goes to the bench. That's Gandon's second foul on the evening. Inbounded to Hadwin. Isabel Cole sets her feet, lets that one ride. There's the first points of the half for the Slaters. 35-23. They started to warm up at the end of the second period. Hopefully they can get some things going here. Nice little hustle for the ball there. Kerr reaching to tie that ball up. Possession arrow to Rutland. Tori Kelly's going to check back in for the Slaters. Kerr goes to the bench. Again, another nice effort from Oriana Kerr. Gandon looks to inbound from the baseline for Rutland. Has to go deep out to Whalen. Whalen gives it to Sparks. Cut off by Kate Hadwin. Gets it to Marsh. Marsh looking to drive the lane. Cut off there by Quinn Murphy. Little weave working from Rutland. Oh, Maddie Perry gets a hand in there again. Nice footwork to get herself, nice athleticism to get herself back in position to play defense.
She is tough. She's tough on both ends of the floor.
Kate Hadwin tips that one, but chased down by Sparks. Sparks gets it to Gandon, who looks to drive, cut off by Kelly. I don't think Coach Belomo would mind running this whole clock down. Nice little shot from the elbow by Blanchard. 37-23. That's after using that time and getting those 2 points. Here's Kelly underneath. Goes up. It's going to be fouled by Blanchard. 12.4 left to go in the third period. Tori Kelly goes to the line for 2. Blanchard's second foul on the evening. It's a nice thing about having that depth. Coach Belomo doesn't have to worry a whole lot about his foul situations. They did have a lot in that second quarter, though, and that shooting those foul shots did help the Slaters get back in. 37-24 now. Rutland, 12.4 left to go. Shooter's roll cuts the lead to 12 now for the Raiders. Lola Sparks pushes up for Rutland. Picks up the dribble. Oh, they're going to call Isabel Cole on a reach foul there.
That's her third, too, with only 5 seconds to go in period number 3. That's a tough
Tough
foul.
one to take, long way from the basket. Only the first foul of the quarter on the Slaters.
Just a bad time to
Belomo
get
triggers
it.
in to Gandon. Gandon to Whalen. Passes grabbed by Sparks. Lets that fly.
They're calling it good, Jack.
Right? Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Brynlee Gandon, has that left-handed shot. And, again, if she's in the gym, she's in range. A killer right there, and makes the score now 40-25. Rutland lead going into the fourth quarter. Slaters needed to get a little bit more scoring going. They got going late in the quarter, but that's not going to get things done when you're down by 15.
Yeah, they have to find some way to get the inside outs going to free Hanlon up a little and maybe get Kelly going underneath the basket a little more.
Tori Kelly's been working hard all night. She missed the beginning of the season. You can't tell the first couple games back. She didn't have a chance to condition. She was really getting winded. Coach Wilson talked about it earlier tonight. She's in great shape. You can't see any of that tonight. The conditioning is right there. She's working really hard and really getting to face 2 bigs from Rutland between Grimes and Blanchard. She knew it was going to be a long night, and she's battled really well.
Okay, we're going to get started period number 4. So Fairhaven's focus now will just be stay in the ball game. Rutland will come out and join them. The 15-point Rutland lead. Fairhaven will try to get something going to the hoop. Perry with the ball. Hadwin gets it. Hadwin behind the three-point line. Her 3 on the way. Short. I think it might have got a piece of it by Sparks, and it'll be cleared by Rutland. Just underway, period number 4. Sparks the basketball. The drive to the hoop, it's up. Belomo has got to whistle a foul.
Looks like that might be Kelly's third. Yeah.
Nice to talk with AC Young at halftime about the student section. They're doing their job trying to get the Slaters back into this ball game.
Belomo gets the first. That's 14 points for her so far this evening for Rutland. She got them both. Okay, again, Fairhaven going to try to get something going offensively. They trail 42-25. Shot up by Kelly, no good. Rutland the boards. Lynn, you're absolutely right. They're crushing Fairhaven on the boards, both ends. 3-point shot put up by Sparks. That's no good. We got a whistle away from the ball, a foul.
Nice box out by Isabel Cole.
Whalen called with the foul.
That's Whalen's third foul. But again, when you got that many numbers, foul.
Yeah, Kelly away from the ball. That's going to be 4.
That is going to be 4 on Kelly.
On Kelly.
With an illegal screen.
I think Kyle has to leave her in at this point.
Yeah.
6:50 to go in the ball game. Fairhaven trails 42-25 to the hoop. Rutland goes strong.
Lanza Belomo with that nice step to the hoop. Left hand, right hand. She's had a bunch of nice drives to the hoop and laying that up.
17 points. She leads all scorers. Kelly, the basketball, puts a 17-footer up. No good. Hesitant with that shot.
I think that the pressure on both ends of the floor, the defensive end and the offensive end, you know, the way that they're making the Slaters work hard on defense, I think it's just got the Slaters out of sync, applying that pressure. Coach Wilson said they're going to be in our face all night.
Belomo's got a lane to the hoop. It's up and good. She's putting on a clinic here in the second half. 46-25, the lead goes out to 21. We're just 2 minutes gone in period number 4. Maddie Perry looking desperately to get something going for the Slaters. Cole has it. Cole works, pulls the ball back out, wants to go underneath to Kelly and does. Kelly can't get the shot to foul. It'll be cleared by Rutland. Gandon picked up center of the floor by Perry. Belomo gets it again. It'll go over to Gandon. They reverse the basketball. It'll go far sidelines. Gandon again, center of the floor. There's Grimes. And that's going to be all for Kelly if they call that on her. It could go on. Yeah, that's it. That's going to be the 5th on Kelly.
Nice little dish to Emma Grimes going down the lane. Up against those two big centers for Rutland.
Kern Babby will come into the ball game now for Fairhaven. Murphy will take a seat. Kelly has to take a seat. Grimes to the line to shoot a pair. 5:12 to go, period number 4. This shot is up and good.
I don't know that you got the numbers there, Joe, but they're making their foul shots too.
I think they've missed one.
They're a good club. They're a very, very good club.
Grimes goes to the bench. Blanchard checks in for Rutland.
Rutland got caught off guard defensively, but Fairhaven turned the ball over. They'll go back over to Rutland. We're 3 minutes gone, period number 4. It's been all of Rutland except this half of the second period where Fairhaven put a run together, but Rutland answered it in the third period and has not been close.
If my math's correct, 18-5 in the second half.
I think your math's pretty good, Jack. Rutland very patient now. They have no need to go to the hoop. They're going to be very patient.
Yeah, they've been that way all night long. I think it's really made a difference for the Slaters on the offensive side of the court.
Cole out to Kerr. Kerr goes underneath the Hadwin. Her turnaround jumper, 12 is no good. Cleared away by Rutland. Hadwin just has not been able to get it going either. They've done a great job defensively on her.
Yeah, denying a lot of the things the Slaters have been looking for. Babby's going to tie that one up. Possession arrow goes to Rutland.
(50-25). They've doubled up the Slaters here in the fourth period. Halfway through, Rutland the trigger underneath her own hoop. It'll come into Belomo. Hadwin will pick her up. She stands, looks to go underneath. Nice shot.
Oh.
Good look by Blanchard. Blanchard doesn't get the shot to fall and then commits the foul. It'll be Fairhaven's ball out.
Hard foul on Kerr. Nice job by Blanchard going over, checking on her, make sure she's okay and helping her up.
Yeah.
Two competitive teams, but they like each other. I think they spend a lot of time together, these two groups, and they respect each other.
Hey,
Maddie Perry drills a beauty from the corner.
I think that's her first shot of the night.
It is. First shot, first points. 50-28 now.
Yeah, Fairhaven doesn't have an answer for.
Rooney took it down quickly
Not
to
for
the
her.
hoop. Gets the bucket. 3:22 to go in the ball game. Hadwin's long three is up, no good. Loose ball.
Oh, foul.
Yeah, Belomo commits the foul. I was watching the ball go to the hoop. I wasn't watching the contact, but she'll shoot three.
Lonzo Belomo's first foul on the night.
Hadwin will get the first. She'll still get two more. Two for two now as she'll wait to shoot the third. Substitutions in now for Rutland. Grimes will come back into the ball game along with Marsh. And Sparks will come back in as well.
Talked about it, Coach Belomo just sends in the next wave.
Yeah. They don't lose much productivity either.
21-point Rutland lead at the 3-minute mark, period number 4. Maddie Perry still playing defense. We got a whistle, a timeout. Rutland wants to talk it over. A full timeout.
So, Joe, how'd the boys do last night?
So good game last night. Mount Abe, Dave Anderson, and I called it. And the big kid, Phil Bean, 34 points.
Nice.
Probably. So they had illness. They were without Andrew Barker, a starter, and then they were out with Hetrick, who's usually the 6th or 7th man, with sickness. I thought Fairhaven's bench played exceptionally well. But don't get me wrong, the starters played very good. Max Cahill, Sam Cahill, and of course Phil with 34 points. And I don't want to leave anybody out here with the other starter, but Luke rotated the kids off the bench, and they stepped up and played okay. They won by 20. It was fairly close in the first half, but Fairhaven just blew them out in the second half. You can't stop Phil Bean when he goes to the hoop. They were doubling, tripling him.
No kidding.
And if he wants to go, he's going to go.
Yeah.
And you're either going to foul him or he's going to get the hoop, or both.
Phil Bean spent much of his summer at guard basic training. Phil Bean went away as a young man and came back as a big man.
Wow.
Yeah. We saw it in the football field in the fall, and in the basketball court we're seeing it, in some cases, a man among boys.
Jack Almeida is the other starter. He played very well as well for Fairhaven. But good job off of Luke's bench last night for sure.
And I understand you had a good guest last night at halftime?
So fortunate enough last night to interview Maddie Perry. She's special. She's a 3-sport standout, not a 3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
3-sport standout. She's so well spoken. Soccer is her love. We didn't put her on the spot and ask her where she was going to go. We just talked about what she would like to do. And she comes from a sports family, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just a treat to have Maddie with us last night.
Awesome.
Okay, we're back underway here. 2:25 to go in the ball game, and 52-31, all Rutland all day.
Coach Wilson sends in Riley Murray, Brandy Cathcart. Brianna Cathcart.
Oh,
Maddie
Coach
Hayes is
gonna
now in
talk
for the
it over.
Slaters. Callie LaRock is the 5th. Keeping Maddie on the floor for the time being.
I think I think Fairhaven took that timeout. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't.
Fairhaven did.
I'm not quite sure, Lynn. So it was quick, anyways. If somebody didn't like something they were seeing. 2:06 to go in the ball game. 52-31. Rutland on top. Yeah. So back to Maddie Perry, of course. Father's Adam, football coach. Mother's Terry, soccer coach. Sister, who we hope gets better.
Soon.
Fairhaven missed her this evening,
Yeah.
no doubt.
No doubt.
Audrey. And it goes back generations with the Perrys as well as members, athletic members of this community, and just a great family.
And just contributing members, think about Sandy was the president of the Booster Club for a long time. Dennis coaching the football team. Tom up in the press box. doing the
AJ
video.
been on the sidelines for 1,000 years.
Yep, Deej.
Yeah.
Deej,
Yeah.
decades worth of kids come through here being associated with DJ Perry.
Okay, timeout is over. Rutland with the basketball. You'll see out of respect that Rutland will not try to go to the hoop very hard. They'll try to wind some clock.
I think we talked about the respect these two teams have for each other. I'm quite confident that Coach Palomo's not sure this won't happen to him the next time these two teams get
Right.
together. Because
Yeah,
it could
that's
just
how
as
it
easily,
works.
that mop could flop the other way just as easily.
Yep.
Fairhaven will get the ball on the Rutland turnover. LaRock, who's into the basketball game, now will work with Cathcart and Murray. Murray has it center of the floor. Cathcart comes over to help her out. Cathcart will reverse the basketball. Murphy sets the pick. They kill the dribble. It'll go out top. Hayes with it. With a minute to go, the ball put up, shot no good by LaRock, but a foul. LaRock will shoot a pair.
Coach Wilson likes to get this time for his kids. I'm sure he's not happy with the score, but he's always good for him to get these younger players in to get some experience in a game situation, because you never know. He talked about it. They themselves battled sickness this week. He'll never use it as an excuse, but they were missing kids earlier in the week, and it's just been a next man up scenario.
Neither shot will go for the Slaters. It'll go back over to Rutland. Sparks will be the quarterback this time down the floor. Rutland will just be content to swing the ball. Dribble is killed. They have to go out top. Sparks gets it again. She'll play with the basketball. Yeah, they're just going to wind it. 45 seconds to go. Both coaches, Fairhaven not fouling. Rutland not going to the hoop. Now they do go to the hoop, but a whistle of travel.
Whalen took a little bit of a bump there and then dragged her foot, called for the travel.
37 seconds to go in the ball game. 52-31 Rutland. Fairhaven the ball. LaRock with it. Murray will get a touch. They swing it to Murphy. Murphy with it. Picked up defensively by Rutland. Back out top to Hayes. 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Larocque gets it again with 9. Fairhaven will just dribble it out with 6. Murphy gets it. Murphy wants to go to the hoop. Going to be called with a walk. With a minute or 1.4 seconds left to go in the ball game. Rutland will just knock it in. They'll touch it. The horn will sound, and they'll get out of here from Fairhaven with a pretty good win.
Very
Pretty
nice
good win, yeah.
for Rutland
Again, they
tonight.
came in 2-7, but they've got to be happy with how this turned out. But Lynn, you've seen a lot of Slater basketball in the time since you've been back in Fairhaven. You know how they're going to respond to this.
Yes, absolutely. They're going to come out and they're going to be practicing hard and making changes to what they did differently tonight. They played really good defense, made Rutland work for the points that they got. But we just couldn't get anything going on the offensive end. And so they'll be working on that part of their game for sure.
And that's what they do. They you know, the staff is an experienced staff. They're going to get together. The senior leadership. This is again another opportunity for that senior leadership to step up.
Yep.
They're not always all going to be sunshine. And again, I think Rutland benefited from playing that tough schedule.
Yeah.
So Rutland will go to 3-7. Fairhaven will fall to 5-3. Scoring for Fairhaven. Perry with the 1 3-point basket. Hadwin with 7. Cole with 11. Kelly with 8. And Kerr with 2. A little more balanced on the Rutland side. Brooker ends with 7. Gandon has 8. Rooney has 8. Belomo 19. Big second half for her. 4 points for Grimes, 3 for Sparks, 1 for Whalen, and 2 for Blanchard. 52-31, the final score. Not a horrible game. So the third period was Fairhaven's biggest downfall. They couldn't score.
No,
They
couldn't
scrapped back
score.
into it.
2 points in the third period.
Didn't score. 5 minutes gone in the
Yeah.
third period, and then I think they
Or they
got
got a score.
they got only a couple, I believe. So tough. But, you know, you'll have nights like that. Rutland's had nights like that. And they will, again, like you said, they'll work on it. Lynn, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Very nice. Jack,
Yeah.
as always.
Ready to do it again on Saturday?
I can do it again on Saturday.
The girls will be back in action on Saturday. The last game, this 4-game home stretch they've had. U32, the Raiders of U32 will be in town. Joe, what do you have coming up on the guys' side?
I don't think I come back until sometime next week. They're away Friday at Burton. It'll be a challenge for them. Got beat here by a good Burton club about a month ago. So we'll be back sometime next week, and hopefully the boys continue to go forward.
Now, was that a bad loss for the Burton game? Or?
Yeah, it was never close early
Okay.
on. Yeah, Burton got out on top and stayed out on top. I think it ended up around 20 points.
Yep.
So.
And speaking of BBA, the girls will be here Saturday against U32, as they said, and then they're on a 3-game road trip. They'll be back here again on the 5th of February. It's February already almost.
Wow.
That's what
Facing
basketball
those
does, you
Burton
know that,
Bulldogs.
don't you? That's what basketball
Gets you
does.
through the winter
Gets you
quickly.
very quickly. Say it all the time. It's good medicine.
There
Yeah.
you go. Well, we have a good time doing it. Hope you enjoy listening to the game. Lynn Stack, thank you very much. Nice job.
Thank you.
Joe Howard, as always, great job. And we hope to see you again.